So, are you in need of a beautiful flowering tree? A fast growing flowering tree, because none of us have patience anymore, right? A tree that will grow super tall, super fast, and reach toward the sky and be punctuated with gorgeous lavender flowers and big tropical leaves. Big, big, big leaves that glow in the sunlight and give you that needed shade you want so badly. A tree that is so tough, even if you try to kill it, it just insists upon coming back over and over and over and over again. And it sends out babies where you didn't even want it. But then you decide, you know what? That's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty. Just leave it. Just let nature be. Well, then I have a tree for you. That would be Paulownia tomentosa, the Empress Tree from Asia. And I believe it's China. Maybe it's India. I think it's Asia. I think it's China. Asia's a big place. If you just say Asia and you're trying to impress people by telling them where the plants are from, got a pretty good chance of getting it right because it's a really big place. But okay, so it's the end of April, and despite how many times I try to kill my Empress tree, it always comes back. I planted one here long ago because I wanted shade for this patio, and it worked. And then it got huge. And then finally my king palms grew up. I really didn't need the shade of the tree, so I cut it down, and it decided just to come back. And here it is again. It's really fast. It'll grow like this big from a 5-gallon container in like 3 or 4 years. It's amazing. There's even another one. I'm pretty sure there's another one over here. I'm gonna waste your time if there's not, but there might be. But I didn't plant this one over here. Where is it? I swear it's in there. Is it in here? Am I hallucinating again? Yes. No, I'm not hallucinating again. It's real. This time my thoughts are real. There's another one. It just popped up right here. This must have been, these can actually propagate themselves from like a root masses that come up. So it's possible a root grew from way over there to here and then grew up. But I guess it's also possible, probably more likely, that there was a seed. And so who in the right mind would plant a tree 6 inches from their foundation of their house? It gets huge, and of course the tree then grows over the house. It doesn't even grow over the garden; it grows over the house. Still pretty, don't get me wrong. But anyway, so there's a pro and a con to everything, right? It's fast growing. It's got flowers. It is deciduous, which is whatever. That's kind of good in some respects because you can have sunlight coming in the winter, and then have your shade in the summer when you need it. So deciduous isn't really a drawback, but the drawbacks to this plant are that it is so fast growing, gets a little out of control, and that's not that bad. People can put up with that. The other thing is it's incredibly brittle, so when it does get big and the winds come, the big limbs break off. But whatever, I guess you could deal with that too. You got to give something up to get something. There's no perfect solution for anything in life. It's basically a bunch of trade-offs. It's kind of like being in politics. You can't ever really get what you really want because then you'll never get elected, right? Look at that guy. Look at that beautiful bumblebee going deep, 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 making another seed that will undoubtedly sprout in my garden somewhere. That thing is huge. That's like the biggest bumblebee I've ever seen. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Anyway, it's the Empress tree. It's extremely hardy, very tropical looking. This tree, I believe, is hardy to like zone 5 or some ridiculous amount. And we don't really sell them. Sometimes I'll dig them up here when they sprout. Take them to the nursery. We might have a few around in the nursery. But it's a fun tree to have around. Of course, this time of year, I don't have the heart to kill it. But it will get huge again. And then I'll have an issue. But I know I'll probably get some hate mail for wanting to kill it at all. In the comment section. So send me some comments, some hate mail. It's always interesting to see that. And yeah, but anyway, there's the Empress Tree. It is an incredibly beautiful tree this time of year. So now you know you've got yourself another option.